How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I wanted to do a video today because I want to talk about the stocks that I think could double. Now, I'm going to go over some of the stipulations behind this in a second, but first of all, I just want to bring up the fact we're about to hit 100,000 subscribers. Now, this is just amazing to me. Thank you guys so much for joining. Anyone that isn't subscribed, please hit subscribe. We do daily videos, sometimes multiple times a day. And right now we're sitting at 99.9 thousand subscribers. When I see it on my end, it's actually a little bit quicker. So I can see we're only about 10 subscribers away from 100,000 at the time of this recording. So I just want to say, before it even happens, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. It's just crazy to think about. Just a couple months ago, I was at my full-time job, just trying to make videos on the side. Now this is my full-time thing. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now, what we're doing today is I felt like I should give you guys a good video. I have a dividend video explaining how much I make in dividends I'm going to release later, but I know a lot of people love these double videos. What stocks are going to double, or what stocks do I think are going to double? And just so you guys know, if you haven't seen these before, first of all, I have 5 stocks on this list. There are a lot of stocks that I think could double. I mean, in this market right now, it seems like almost everything except for the mega large cap stocks could double. Now, these are stocks that I think could double like in the next year, but some of them, I think can double faster. I'm not including a lot of penny stocks on this list. I mean, I do videos all the time on stocks that I think could double, or, stocks that I'm buying and I personally think they could double, but those come throughout the week. I have different stocks thrown at me all the time. Last week, we had one stock that doubled in a day and a half since we bought. So we bought it, it doubled a day later. Actually sold it at 107% profit, and we had a couple other stocks that were up 50 to 60%, I think 2 or 3, and we're just going to look at what I think could double long term. I'm going to give you my ideas, but just because I don't include a stock on this list that I've talked about doesn't mean that I don't think it could double. There are only so many stocks that I can include on this list. Also, I'm only going to include one penny stock. I'm going to include, several of these are a little bit higher risk because to double, there has to be some reason why it's going to double. Sometimes it's because there's some risk to it, but if we get over the risk, then it can jump up. So just keep that in mind. I want to hear what stocks you guys think could double. And then at the end, the 5th stock is one that I have a good amount of money in. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I think that one has an awesome possibility of doubling, and I'm going to make a very strong case for it. Now, I'm going to try to keep this quick. I'm going to try to keep it to a bullet point list of different reasons why these are going to double. But before we get started, if you guys don't mind, please hit the like button. Please hit subscribe if you haven't done that already. Both of those things help out the channel a lot, pushes this video to more people. If you guys want, you can share this video to someone that that likes the stock market, maybe see their opinions on it. Also, there's a link down there to WeBull. If you do want to deposit $100, they're the broker I use. They allow you to trade up until 8 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So definitely check that out. They allow you to trade pre-hours and aftermarket hours. They're giving you a bonus to sign up. If you deposit $100, you get a couple free stocks. Thank you guys for doing that. Last thing too, there's a link down there to BlockFi. Bitcoin is back over 40,000 per Bitcoin. I was buying at 30. I bought Ethereum at 1,000. Now it's at like 1,700, and BlockFi pays you interest, so you get paid anywhere between 5 and 8.5% depending on what cryptocurrency you have on there. I use them personally. I know that these are high right now, but last time they were at 40, they went back down to 30, and I was able to pick them up. So if you guys want to start your account now, then have money ready there so you can deploy it in case these cryptocurrencies fall down a little bit. Definitely check out that link. And there's a link down there to my Patreon if you want to know exactly what I buy and sell in real time. Like I said, we had multiple stocks that were 50% plus on the week, and one that was double up just in a few days. So the first stock that we're looking at here today is Sens. So I bought into Sens when it was just $1.70. I bought more at $1.50. So I doubled my position. So my cost basis is right around $1.60. So we're almost double already. But this one's interesting because if you don't know what they do, they're a continuous glucose monitoring system. What I think could send the stock up massively is a couple things. First of all, if they are able to maybe have another share offering. So I know a lot of people don't like that, but it usually falls and then jumps back up because the people realize that this is actually really good for the company. Second of all, though, if they are able to get their 180-day glucose monitoring system and be able to set that up with the FDA and get that FDA approved, I think that could send up the stock dramatically. I mean, right now they have their 90-day that's approved, but if they're able to get the 180-day, I think a lot of people will be interested in it. Also, if they report some good earnings. And, I said one penny stock. TTOO is one that jumped up a lot the other day too. It's up about 50% since we bought it. And that's another one that I think could be pushed up pretty dramatically if they are able to sell their product to more hospitals and are able to continue to grow revenue. So that's one too that I would include in this one. However, we're going to move on to the next one. So again, just short on each one. CLSK, Clean Spark, one that I've talked about since $18 a share. It went all the way up to over 40 a share, then fell back down. There were some short seller allegations. That was a crazy ride when those came out. And this one is an interesting one because there were short seller allegations. There's lawsuits both ways. This one's very high risk because of the lawsuits. However, they were expecting 20 million of revenue this year. They updated their guidance to 30 million. I think this still might be a little bit low because they're expecting 20 million in revenue related to their current business segments. And then they're expecting an additional 10 million from their Bitcoin mining business that they just acquired last year. I think it's going to be more like 20 to 25 million from their Bitcoin mining business. And I think they put 10 million in there just in case Bitcoin comes down. But right now, if they're able to mine 1.5 Bitcoin a day, which is about what they're doing, at 40,000 per Bitcoin, that's 60,000 a day in revenue. Over the year, that's over 20 million. And that's if Bitcoin stays the same. That's without the increase in units that they're acquiring in the first quarter of this year. So I think they're going to hit more like 40 million in revenue. And they just had an announcement the other day. They had a $1.5 million deal for their grid business. And this is going to be a multi-year deal. If they're able to get a couple more of those, I could see this one going up and doubling, like I said, in the next year, especially if some of those allegations clear up. I mean, we were pretty much in a straight line. It quadrupled in a month, and then these reports came out and it fell back down, but now it's coming up again. So this is one that I'd put on your list. This one is higher risk because of the allegations and everything, but this is definitely one I still own. I have not sold any of my shares in. CCIV is another one. We have already gotten 170% return on this. 170 in just a few weeks. Now, this is an insane return, but they are talking about merging with Lucid Motors. They have not made a definitive agreement, but there's just a lot of rumors out there on this. So if they are merging with Lucid, Lucid is a company that's going to battle with Tesla. At least that's what a lot of people think. They think that they probably have the best opportunity to battle Tesla. And right now, this company is, it is pretty expensive because it went up 170%, at least since I even bought in. It's up since it was at $10. So this one is one to keep on your radar. I think this definitely could continue to go up, especially if they announce that they're merging with Lucid. I mean, just take a look at this chart. It's pretty much straight up. So if they're able to merge with Lucid, I think that's going to be huge. Lucid is adding a lot of locations, a lot of retail locations. I think they're looking to add 20 this year. So put it on your radar. The next one is one that I've talked about a couple times, and then I'm going to get on to the last stock that I really like. But I like Disney too. I've been holding Disney. I've been buying Disney since it was about $90 to $100 a share. Now, the thing that people don't like about Disney is their debt. A lot of people don't like it because they have a significant amount. So they have $18 million in cash. Take a look at their current liabilities, $26 million. Long-term liabilities, $104. So this is what people are worried about. But the income side of their business is quite impressive because they're growing their streaming business faster than anyone could have expected. They did in a year what they're expecting to do in 4 years. So they grew to almost 90 million subscribers in 1 year on their Disney Plus platform. If they're able to do this, and if their parks reopen and they're actually able to get some income, they're going to be able to pay down that debt. As soon as their debt numbers look better, I think this thing's going to skyrocket. So if we're able to open up the parks, get some revenue in there, if we're able to continue to grow the streaming business, this is going to be a mammoth company that's going to be a force to be reckoned with. The last company on this list is one that I have a good sized position in, and it's Tattooed Chef. So hold on with me here for a second because I know some people, they've heard about Tattooed Chef, but take a look at the numbers with me. Their market cap is 1.77 billion. They've been pretty much unmoving. They've actually come down since September, right? So they went all the way down to about $14, $15 a share, and now they're back around 25. They're having their earnings come out here in the next month, and this one's interesting because their revenue growth is very quick. So this is just the month over month. So from 2019 to 2020, they grew their revenue from 16 mil to 35 mil. Now they have 41 mil here. So they were able to double up from June to June and actually do a little bit better than that. So 100% return or 100% gain on that. Their price to sales ratio is much lower than Beyond Meat, which is one of their biggest competitors. So Beyond Meat is sitting around almost $11 billion, so $10.58 billion. Look at their revenue. It stayed the same. So 92 mil to 94.4. Pretty much stayed the same on a year-over-year basis. And right now, they are trading for about 6 to 7x what Tattooed Chef is selling for. And they're doing about 3 times the revenue. Actually, less than that. Closer to 2 times the revenue, because we had 41 mil here. They had 94 mil. So they are selling at a massive premium. Even if Tattooed Chef is not valued at the same amount as Beyond Meat, based on, let's say, last quarter revenues, let's say they're valued at just a smaller amount, like 30% less, that would still cause the stock to double. If they're able to reach the same price to sales ratio, they should more likely triple than just double. Because right now we're at about half the revenue and we're about a sixth the price. So I think once the next quarter comes out, if they're able to increase this again, let's say we hit 50, let's say we hit 60. I know personally, I should be adding more to this stock right now. I really want to. I've been in some other stocks, but this one I feel like is safer than some of these other like penny stock plays. And I feel like this one is a great place to put money because it is at a severe discount compared to Beyond Meat. Now, let me know your thoughts on these below. Which stocks do you like the most? Which do you think are going to double? Give me some reasoning behind it, maybe. I really appreciate it. Thank you for checking out BlockFi and Patreon. Thank you guys for 100K. I really appreciate that. Thank you for hitting the like button and checking out WeBull. And I will see you in the next video. If you want to see my video yesterday on a cheap SPAC, I'll put it up here on the end screen. It's one that I put a lot of money into. Thanks, and I'll see you in this video. Bye.